So we can get a lot of stuff growing in there. We are, by the looks of it, going to need another landfill, which kind of makes sense. We haven't had a new landfill for a while. So we'll get that up there. Get the garbage trucks moving on the one-way roads. Hope for the best. Population's growing in here as well, which is what we want to see. Traffic's actually moving relatively well off of that one roundabout there. Very square roundabout, but a roundabout nonetheless. Industrial demand creeping up a little bit. Let's see. Is it obvious my voice is slowly dying, by the way? Is that audible? Because to me, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing my throat sort of give in, but yeah, that's just going to be the nature of it. On the day I'm recording this video, I recorded a lot of videos. It's my first sort of day, I guess, properly back in the saddle. I've mentioned it in a lot of videos recently, but I've just not been working at like 100% recently. So yeah, today's kind of my first day back in the saddle. I had a live stream. I had, I recorded like 3 Sims 4 videos. So yeah, I'm happy that today's my first day back in the saddle, but man, my throat isn't. My throat's not happy about it at all, but it's gonna have to deal with it. Because I am pleased. I also am, as you can tell, recording all of this in one go, because there's no point sitting down to record multiple episodes until I know that there's gonna be more episodes. Like once we hit 12,000, that'll be the end of that episode, and that'll be me going to bed to rest my throat. But until we hit 12,000 or until we fail, and if we fail, I mean, you're not going to see this video anyway, so I guess technically spoiler, because we're not going to hit 12,000 like this specific episode based on when I'll cut these videos up. But if you're seeing this, you can be sure that we at least hit like 12,000. I'm not going to put out like a 2-part cities series or 3-part where we fail the challenge, because that's not going to be satisfying to watch. But right now, it's a very real sort of sense of I might fail this. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that feeling. It's making me really nervous. Like, really, really nervous. But we'll figure it out. We'll be alright. So, I mean, the population's growing. What else do we need to do? I mean, I feel like districts... Whoa, facility full, really? That would explain a lot. I feel like districts could really help us out. So, like, for example, if I go in and I say that all of this, right? So let's just label all of this as one district for a second. So all of that is one district. What I'm thinking is we label that all as one district with an old town policy. Obviously, we're going to take it off of certain roads. So we do that. Then we take it off of the avenue roads, which aren't technically avenues, I know, but we'll take it off of those. Let's take it off of those. Come down like this and take it off of that. Take it off of there as well. What we can do is force traffic around another way, which I'm kind of down for doing. I'm also going to just do the same over here so that we have a similar layout there. So the traffic is going to be forced onto the one-way roads, which I'm totally okay with. Unless it's going into either of these districts, in which case it's totally fine to go into the district. But if it's not going into that district, it has to stay on the one-way roads, which I think might help us out a little bit. So, Birdsong District, policies, city planning, Old Town, and same over here, Old Town. So that's going to just force traffic onto those roads. I am actually going to go in with traffic president as well and change up the speed limits a little bit. Because I feel like those roads should be 60. Well, 50. Let's say 50 on the avenue-based roads that at least come through the middle here. So just down there, we'll do 50. Just to match the speed limit of the avenues as well. So just the whole way through there. Speed limit on the roundabout can maybe drop to like... I'm honestly tempted to say 60. Just because it kind of makes sense that the roundabout wouldn't be that fast. So drop the speed limit to 60 on that. Then get it back up to 50 over here. over here and on that as well. Then the whole way around here too. Why is that road two-way? Hold up. That is incorrect. There we go. That's that fixed. This should technically... No, that's fine. But yeah, we can go in and change the speed limits on this as well to be 50. Just so traffic can move around there super nicely, which is what we want. And I think I'm going to just do it on all of the one-way roads. Just to sort of encourage traffic to use those a little bit. That slight speed increase will give the AI a very slight bias towards those roads, which is a thing that I really, really want. I want to make sure that the AI is using the one-way roads as much as possible. So, gonna do whatever I can. And again, you know, I know this is a mod in a scenario, but really, it's not a mod that's hugely beneficial to the scenario. This is just more of a traffic management thing that personally I think should kind of be in the game anyway. I'd love the option of controlling speed limits and lane management and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna use this regardless of whatever, really. So how are we looking? 96 weeks. We're very close to getting high density buildings though, right? 8,500 people, yeah. Very close indeed. This is actually going a lot better than my original go at this. Also, traffic is flowing a lot better because it is being forced out onto the one-way roads, which is exactly what we want. We want it being forced out onto those roads so that it's not cutting through Birdsong District and not cutting through Oak Hills. So that right there worked exactly the way I wanted it to. We are still having garbage problems. I guess having one facility full is a major problem. We could maybe do with another elementary school as well. I think I'll throw it in there. And I think I'll throw a high school in as well. Throw a high school up there. Not that we desperately need it, but, you know, I want one. As for public transport, we could get some buses going around as well. Definitely could look into buses. But I don't know if they're urgently needed. Taxis as well. We could do those. Yeah, let's throw a taxi depot in just to you know, get those moving around a little bit. Might as well let people you know, take a taxi if they want to take a taxi. We can also throw in some more industry up there. We could even go so far as to extend this road a little bit to allow for more commercial zoning. I'm so excited for the time for when I can stop doing grids. I'm really keen for that time. But we'll throw all that in there for the time being. Bring you over to there and straight down. You straight through the middle. And then you can get out of there. Alright. This area over here is building up real nice. We're so close to 8,500 people, and then we can go high density, which is going to help me so much. I hope. I really hope it works. I don't want to fail this, man. I really don't. Also, do we get the incineration plant at 88, 85? Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. That's going to be big as well. I wonder if I could... Is there any way I could speed this up a little bit? I don't think so. Because all the traffic has to, well, actually I can. I can go to junction restrictions and say that you can move into the junction. And then the same needed there, I guess. So you guys can just move into the junction. Yeah, that'll cause a nightmare for traffic, but I mean, it's moving a little bit quicker. Which I guess is kind of what we want. 8,500, there we go. Oh boy, we unlocked the metro as well. Right, we haven't got trains yet though, so we're not too concerned about that. So what I'm gonna do, I guess, is zone... what way am I gonna do this? Let's bring this over to there and zone this new area with high density. just because I don't want to zone it. I don't want to remove zoning because that seems like a bad idea. So high density can go in all of those spaces, and hopefully that'll incentivize a lot more people to come in. We are going to need a bit of high density commercial as well, so throw that in there. And we'll throw a couple of offices up there as well. Just to provide jobs, basically. Just to make sure that there are jobs for people that may want to, you know, live in the high density spaces. Unfortunately, someone decided to build up there like a great idiot. Nice. A real nice spot to build there, buddy. Let me go ahead and just continue this avenue up here then. So that's going to go there. That's going to come straight down. Technically, this road needs to go like so. And then technically, we want a road going like that as well. This is going to come all the way over to there. And out to there. And straight down. You are going to go there and there. And this entire stretch of road needs turned into a one-way road as well. Because we're going to get this, another avenue going through here. Which I think is going to be a darn good idea. So we'll get that through there. Which means the layout to this needs to be the same as all of the other ones. So it goes across like so. You go up to there and across. And that is going to have a bunch of parks in it. As well as a bunch of high density zoning this time. So you go there and there. You go there and there. And this connects straight across like so. And then we throw high density zoning into all of that space. And sincerely hope for the best. Because we have 44 weeks. 44 weeks. We might do it. We might do it. Oh boy, am I nervous, but we might do it. It is possible. It is definitely possible. You don't have water though, do you? No, totally forgot about that. Alright, bring this over to there and straight down. Bring you straight through to there and bulldoze all of that. Come on. Come on! We need 12,000 people! I think we might do it. That high density stuff's building in there pretty quickly. I think we might do this. I think we might. I think we might be okay. I'm nervous, very nervous, but I think we might be okay. I realize these roads here need to continue straight through. Actually, do they? That's my thinking here. Would it be better if we just didn't have those roads and just force traffic sort of up and around? Honest answer is probably not. So we're just gonna connect these up the way we always have done, just to let traffic flow through the way it needs to. So hopefully we'll see some good stuff there. We did get the incineration plants, actually, so let me go ahead and throw an incineration plant. Let me throw one down here to start with. Let me throw one there, and let me throw one there. All right? Obviously expensive, but that is going to give us much better garbage coverage, which is good stuff. So we'll see how that goes. A lot of people complaining about garbage being the biggest issue in the city at the moment, I think. Healthcare is also a bit of a concern, so let me throw a clinic there. Fire coverage, also a major concern. These one-way roads really aren't helping with that, if we're honest, but we're going to deal with it. Fire coverage there and a bit of fire coverage down here is certainly not going to hurt. Obviously, that's going to knock the population down a little bit, but that's also going to provide more coverage and more of their needs are going to be met as a result. So hopefully we can do this. I really, really hope we can pull this off. I really do. I'm feeling a little more optimistic than I was, I'll be honest. I'm also surprised that traffic, for the most part, I mean, it's not perfect, but it is sort of moving. It is sort of moving, and that makes me kind of happy. So we might do this, man. We might do this. We might, yeah, pull this off. Let me go ahead and start working on more areas here. So that road obviously goes straight through. That goes to there, and you go to there. Then this road comes straight up. This one is a one-way road going straight across, like that. I believe. Yep, that's right. You go up to there, and that fills in that space. Then over here, kind of simple. Just the same layout that we've had before. I realize I need to turn that into a two-way road, bringing the one-way over to here. Right. So let's hope this works. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous, and I shouldn't be. It's a game. It's a video game. Why am I getting so nervous? Right. Fill all of that up, residential, as we've done. Bring this across to there and straight down. Bring that straight under that road. And let's go. We don't have water, really? Oh, yeah, that's a problem. We have enough money to throw another one of these guys there. And I guess just throw another one of those there. I don't like how close together they are. I'll be honest. But, as long as these don't start sucking up that water, we're fine. That's basically the gist of it. We're almost at 10,000. Oh, we have 30 weeks. We have 30 weeks to go, man. Oh, that makes me, anxious. That makes me anxious. But if we can do this, we are okay. 10,000 people. Come on! Come on! We can do this. More industry in there is going to start getting more people interested in moving in. Traffic's backing up a little bit, but that is because a lot of it actually wants to go up this way now because of the high density stuff. So that kind of makes sense. That does kind of make sense. Not a lot I can do about that, really. Another city entrance would make sense. But I'm kind of prioritizing population growth right now. I kind of think that has to be what I prioritize. I think we might do this. I think we might. Obviously electricity, of course it would. Let me get another one of you guys in here. Let me throw it over here. So that can go there. I'm going to bulldoze, not the incineration plant. There is a coal power plant remaining there. So bulldoze that and throw a bit more industry into that little spot and in there as well. Alright. Alright. Come on. Come on. I'm so anxious. It's so silly that I'm anxious about this. But I want it to work. We don't have death care, I've just realized. We are going to need a cemetery. So let me throw a cemetery into that spot up there. Just to provide some death care to the city as much as possible. We need another 1,500 people. Another 1,500 people in 25 weeks. I think we've done it. I think. The need for industrial zoning might hurt us a little bit, though. So let me just make sure that we always have room for industrial zoning. Because if we don't, that is gonna... I don't want that to be my downfall. Same with commercial. Let's just be sure we have... Let's just zone all of this, really. Not zone it, but... build all of this at least. So that we know we have room, basically. So... pipes are going all the way across there. Like so. That bit down the middle might be a problem, but we'll figure it out. We actually don't have much money left. So, zone that, zone that, zone that and that, and put some residential in there. And come on. Come on! We've got it. We must have it. We must have done it. We must have. Come on. This is it, cities. We've got this. We're about to hit 11,000 people. I didn't do this the first time I tried this challenge as well, which is why it's partially why I'm so excited. Because I did mess it up the first time. So, actually getting to do it this time is going to be really nice. Let me make sure that these are all set correctly so that they can all move into the intersection. I think it's set properly. Did I mess up that one? Yeah, I did. And you go there, and you go there. There we go. So they can all move into the intersection even when it's full, which obviously isn't all that realistic, and you don't really want your traffic doing that, but in this case, it's going to make it move a bit better. And that's kind of what we need. We need the traffic to move very well. How are we looking? Oh, it's going to be a close one. It is going to be a close one. Come on, cities. Come on. Just give me that extra 600 people. Just give me that 600 people, man. That's all I need. Not even 600. Just over 500 at this point. Just over 500 people. That is all we need. And I think we're gonna do it. I think. Why is that not zoned? Why is that not zoned? It's a bit worrying, I'm gonna be honest. How are we looking? 20 weeks to go. 300 people to go. We've done it. We've done it. Oh my god. Oh, I did not think we'd do it. I'll be honest. Didn't think it was gonna happen. I might be celebrating a little bit early. But I don't think I am. Less than 200 people to go. There's a lot of traffic in this roundabout we're going to need to deal with shortly, but, oh, boy. Come on. Give me that 12,000 people. Give me that 12,000 people. Come on, cities. There we go. We're a small city. We've unlocked the trains. We've unlocked the trains. Excellent work. I've made it grow into a metropolis. If I wish, I can take on a new challenge, build zones of each industrial specialization, farming, forestry, ore, and oil, and connect them to my train network. Why would I do that? Oh, there we go. So, I think before I do the whole train thing, what I really need to do is get the population considerably higher than just 12,000. But my god, that's a start. That was more tense than it had any right to be. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do just before we wrap things up for this episode. I'm going to just get the districts in here set up a little bit. Just so the traffic is not trying to cut through any of these districts. I want to make sure that they're going to the districts for a reason, rather than trying to just use them as a quick way through. Because that's just gonna... That did seem to help initially. When I initially put the old town policy in the first two districts, that actually seemed to have a really good effect. So I'm hoping that effect is going to transfer over here. So we'll do that. And we'll not bother doing it on that side. So Cherry Hills policies, old town. There we go. That's just going to force traffic around a little bit, which is what we want to be doing. I do believe. In fact, we want to just extend this a little bit up to there. Take it off of that road and take it off of there. And, yeah, that should hopefully incentivize traffic to move around a bit further. But, oh my word. We actually did it. Let me get some of these pipes out of here for a second. And let me bring the pipes through there instead. Just like that. Just so they're flowing down the middle. Let me bring them to there. Bulldoze that one. Again, just so they're flowing down the middle properly. But we did it. We got to 12,000 people. You are currently low on oil, which is kind of a concern because that means we're going to run into problems with power. So I guess the next objective is going to be to either go for some oil, which is... Oh, wow. There's like no oil around here. There's oil up there by the coast, but I can't get to it. Which is kind of a problem. Unless I sort of buy zones over that way, which I might do. Maybe I will do that. The train connection's up there as well. Hold on. 6,500. Oh yeah, I could buy all of those. I could buy like those ones, which I guess is fine. I might do that actually, rather than going down this way. Buy those ones anyway. So go with that. That gives me a train connection, which is beautiful to see. But ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave it there for today. Good Lord, that was tense. But we got 12,000 citizens. We haven't yet surpassed 150 weeks. So now what we need to do is construct a lot of train tracks and get people moving. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly for watching. This has been City Skylines and the trains scenario. I don't know how many parts into this series we are at this point, but I expect things are going to be a little bit more... We're going to have some smooth sailing ahead of us, I sincerely hope anyway. But thank you kindly for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, then dislike it and tell me why in the comments. But as always, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!